The Haunting of Eastern State Penitentiary, a real Halloween horror. As the autumn leaves fall and the veil between worlds grows thin, we turn our attention to one of America's most haunted locations, the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Built in 1829, this imposing structure was once the most famous and expensive prison in the world. Its wagon wheel design and system of solitary confinement were revolutionary, but also incredibly cruel. The prison's philosophy was that isolation would force inmates to reflect on their crimes and become genuinely penitent. For 142 years, Eastern State Penitentiary housed some of America's most notorious criminals, including bank robber Willie Sutton and Al Capone. But it's not the living inhabitants that make this place a Halloween legend. It's the ones that supposedly never left. The reports of paranormal activity began long before the prison closed its doors in 1971. Inmates and guards alike spoke of unexplained voices, shadowy figures, and an overwhelming sense of being watched. One of the most famous ghostly residents is said to be James Clark, a guard who was murdered by an inmate in 1884. Visitors and staff have reported seeing a tall, shadowy figure patrolling cell block 4, believed to be Clark still performing his duties in the afterlife. In cell block 12, people have reported hearing giggling and playful voices, attributed to the spirits of children. While no children were ever imprisoned here, it's believed these might be the ghosts of the guards' families who lived on the prison grounds. But perhaps the most chilling location is cell block 6. Here, numerous visitors have reported feeling unseen hands grabbing at them, hearing whispers in their ears, and seeing faces appear in the darkened cells. One of the most famous incidents occurred in the 1990s, when a locksmith was doing restoration work in cell block 4. He reported being overcome by an unseen force so powerful that it left him unable to move. He described seeing tortured faces in the cell walls and hearing whispers all around him. But these aren't just tales told around a campfire. Eastern State Penitentiary has been the subject of numerous scientific investigations. Ghost hunting teams have captured EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, unexplained temperature fluctuations, and even apparent apparitions on film. In 2014, a group of tourists captured what appears to be a shadowy figure moving inside a cell on lockdown. The video went viral, attracting millions of views and reigniting interest in the prison's paranormal reputation. Today, Eastern State Penitentiary is a historic site and museum, offering daily tours that delve into its complex history. But it's during the Halloween season that the prison truly embraces its spooky reputation. Every year, the prison hosts Terror Behind the Walls, one of America's largest haunted house attractions. Thousands of visitors brave the dark corridors and cells, never quite sure if the scares they experience are part of the show or something more. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the history of Eastern State Penitentiary is undeniably chilling. Its stone walls have witnessed untold suffering, isolation, and despair. Is it any wonder that some believe those emotions have left an indelible mark on the very fabric of the building? As you celebrate this Halloween, remember the real horrors that have occurred within places like Eastern State Penitentiary. And if you're brave enough to visit, keep your wits about you. For in the shadows of those crumbling cells, in the echoes of those long corridors, the past is never truly dead. It's waiting, watching, and sometimes, just sometimes, it reaches out to touch the living. Eastern State Penitentiary stands as a testament to a dark chapter in American history, and its reputation as a haunted location continues to draw those seeking a real-life Halloween thrill. Whether you're a skeptic or a believer, one thing is certain: the stories of Eastern State will continue to chill and fascinate for generations to come. Happy Halloween, and remember, not all ghosts are make-believe.